Hey, this is Andrew from AJS Woodworks, and in this video I'm going to show you my truck camping setup and how I built my truck bed platform. So this is my 2021 Chevy Silverado LT Trail Boss. It has the Lear 100XR topper on it, and I'll go ahead and show you inside and show you the bed platform that I built. So to access the bed, all you have to do is turn this handle here after you unlock it, open up the tailgate, and here's the bed platform. So my goal in making this platform was to make something really inexpensive, really lightweight, and easy to store and assemble. I took some plywood pallets, so all the plywood you see there is off of a plywood pallet, and all of the wood there underneath is off of a pallet as well. So I got these pallets for free. The only thing that I had to pay for were the screws that I used. So this bed platform cost me less than $10. I'll show you my designs, and I'll share those designs as well for how I built this, and I'll have those in the description below. I'll show you all the measurements, everything you need to know specifically for my Trail Boss with the 6.5 foot bed, but you should also be able to take those measurements and proportions at least and be able to figure out what you need for your own size truck bed. So I've already put this bed platform to the test. Me and my wife used it when we went out west a few months ago. Out of the 3 weeks that we were gone, we slept on it probably 2.5 weeks total. Didn't have any issues with it, didn't creak, didn't have any issues with it breaking. It is fairly thin plywood, as you can see here. It's about 1/2 inch thick plywood. It definitely held our weight well. I think because of the way that I arranged the supports for it, it just distributed the weight well enough to where we didn't have any cracking or breaking at all. All right, so here are all the pieces outside of the truck. There are 5 pieces total, which makes the installation really easy. So here are the front 2 pieces. These 2 pieces are kind of smaller. They go towards the front of the bed. I wanted it that way. If I were inside the truck and I needed to get to something in the front of the bed, I could lift up a smaller piece to the side, reach under and get something. Relatively simple pieces here. You can see that's the front left and this is the front right. They are identical. They have supports in the same places on each board, just mirrored of course. So this is the front of the board. This is a support on the front right side, so closest to the side of the bed. Same here. And then I put in a thin strip of plywood underneath to help prevent it from bowing. We were able to lay on top of it without that thin strip, but it did bow fairly significantly. And I did the same on that one, supports in the same places. And then here is the centerpiece. So that runs right smack dab in the middle of the truck bed. And what I did here was basically I put a small shorter piece of wood there in the middle that rides exactly on top of one of the bumps in the bed. So it goes right on top of this center bump, sits right there and holds weight there, and then the ones on the sides rest right there and straddle the bump in the bed. And I have 3 of those posts that hold support in the bed. And then this is a very sturdy center post. Probably didn't have to be this sturdy, but it gives a little peace of mind with how thin the plywood is. It's wide enough to where the plywood is able to rest on this much on either side, and they meet in the middle there. And then these are the back pieces. This piece here fits up against the rear towards the tailgate, and then this is the bottom. Once again, I have a support piece on the bottom, and then just one lateral support piece, because the rest of this will rest on the center brace. So relatively simple of a setup, only 5 pieces. They don't weigh very much. They're all very manageable to put in place, and I'll show you how they go together. There you go. It's just as simple as that. Takes just a couple minutes to put in, super easy to take out. Nothing's secured, you don't have to screw these down or anything. We had a 2-inch mattress pad with camping pads underneath, so we had a double camping pad that we laid across this, and then we put a 2-inch foam queen size mattress pad on top of that, and then just put sheets on it and made it up like a bed, and it worked out perfectly. Super comfortable, had the support from the mattress, from the camping pad underneath, and then the softness of the mattress topper, and that just made for a really comfortable bed. I drove around with just the boards in the back. This didn't topple over, these stayed on place. So it's nice and sturdy on its own without anything on top of it, especially when it has the mattress pads on top of it. It's not going anywhere. I didn't want to go any higher than the height of the wheel wells because I wanted it to rest on the wheel wells, and I also wanted to have adequate headroom. You can see we have pretty good headroom in here. And then I also wanted to stay below the bed hooks here. So you can see it goes directly below the bed hooks. Fits right there. There I could have gone without cutting out that little triangle there. That was actually an accident. I didn't mean to cut that one out. As you can see here, I had actually marked out the triangle there, but didn't cut it because I caught my mistake. And same over here, but you could actually have wood going all the way up to this corner there with no issue. It also clears the lights down here, so you don't have wood just rubbing up against those lights. As you can see, this mid brace here supports the middle, and then I have the braces here at the front support those corners. I have 4 braces up at the front, 2 on that side, 2 on that side. And then of course I incorporated the wheel wells. The wheel wells hold up a significant portion of the middle section, and they have a pretty good, big footprint, so that really helps with stability. As far as weight capacity, this is a fairly thin piece of plywood. I wanted to keep it that thin because of weight savings. You probably want to get thicker plywood if you're going to be well over the 300s together. This will certainly hold one person with no problem, up to 300 pounds. But if you're well over the 300, like I said, you may want to get maybe 3/4 inch plywood or something to that effect. I did want to leave room here without support so that I could put drawers in, and I'll go ahead and show you the drawers that I used. I didn't want to do wooden drawers because that would cause it to weigh significantly more, and I didn't want anything that would be permanent or really heavy, like putting tracks in there for it to roll on. So I decided to get these plastic bins from Walmart. They're about $20 a piece. It holds 4, so I have 2 other ones for the other side there. And these are fully pushed up against the back of the bed. So for a 6.5 foot bed, 2 of these containers fit perfectly. If you need access to it, you pull this one out. This one out. So with these 4 containers, we were able to hold a pretty good amount of stuff. We set aside 2 of them for clothing, 1 of them for food, and 1 of them for our camping supplies, like our pans and our utensils and paper towels, toilet paper, all that stuff like that. And for a 3-week trip, we were able to hold all the clothes we needed and all the tools and food that we needed. Overall, this entire truck bed platform setup cost me $90, and 80 of that was from these containers. 10 of it was from the actual platform. So that's an overview on how I designed and built my bed platform for my truck bed. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.